Welcome everybody. I hope I'm audible to everyone. Just let me know in the chat if my voice is loud and clear. You'll be able to see a chat section in the right side of the screen if you have joined from a laptop or desktop. Okay, I'm loud and clear. All right, guys, let me begin the introduction of Speakom. Speakom is a part of many communities that we have at Comunev. At Comunev, we are trying to build a social media based on interest. And let me just give you a quick overview of the platform and its rules. If you have joined from mobile phone, you won't be able to access all the feature of the platform. And if you have joined from Facebook Live or YouTube Live, you'll just be able to just view the event. And I recommend that you join from the Airmate link to be able to participate in the event. And for the rules, as you can see, there will be a dashboard on the right side of the screen, and there's an option called raise hand. You guys will raise hand and I will give you access of the mic and the camera. You will get 5 minutes to give a speech on whatever topic you like to give. And the language is not a barrier. You can either speak in English or Hindi, whichever language you're comfortable in. And make sure your internet connection is working fine. And for the audience, you guys can give the feedback to the speaker in the chat section, or you can react with the emojis on the bottom side of the screen to encourage the speaker and motivate him. Let me check if I'm missing anything. Uh, yeah. So if you guys have any question regarding the features of this platform or the event and its rules, you can ask in the question section. And do not worry, I'll be sharing some quick tips throughout the session in the chat section also. So let me just start with giving you some tips for public speaking, and then we'll start the performance session. I hope you can see this. Here are some public speaking tips of the day by Speakom. Practice a lot. Make sure that you go out there and practice. Get on the ground, do mistakes, and learn from them. Do not be afraid at all. Find places like Speakom where you get an opportunity to speak and practice that provide a safe space to experiment and learn. Get feedback from people and work on it. Try to gather as much feedback as possible from the audience. Get an idea of what works and what does not. Keep doing what works and stop doing things that decrease the quality of your performance. Use your body and go free with it. Get your body relaxed and do some breathing before starting. Loosen yourself and be ready to share the real you with the audience. Never back down. You will make mistakes, you will fumble, you will forget, but that does not matter if you keep going. It's a very important advice, this one. Start with what you know the best. Start with a topic you are well aware of. Start with a quote that you like a lot. Start with a technique that you are already good at. Start in your comfort zone and then take one step at a time into the difficult territory. We believe in you and we know you will complete what you started. We understand your fear and we also know your courage. We will ignore your mistakes and will motivate you to your best. Welcome to Speakom Network Connect. Meet people just like you. Good luck. All right, guys, then we can start the performance session now. You guys can raise hand and I'll give you the mic and the camera. There will be an option in the right side of the screen to raise hand. Just click it and I'll get a request from your side and I'll give you the access. For those of you who are joined from YouTube Live, Facebook Live, and mobile phone, you won't be able to use this feature. So if you want to participate, please join through the AirMate link. And you guys can raise hands. I'm ready to hear your speeches. Samir, Ravi, Anusha, anyone? Jayant, there will be an option in the right side of the screen. Yep, we got one. Just introduce yourself in brief and you have 5 minutes to give speech.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Hi. Hi, everyone. My name is Ruby Gupta. Uh, I am a commerce graduate. I want to tell you about myself that I am a commerce graduate. And in my earlier years, I have done some private jobs, for a few years only, and for a short period. But after that, I realized that it's not my cup of tea. Private jobs, 9 to 5, 9 to 8 jobs are not my cup of tea. So I changed the profession. I'm very much interested in teaching. So I started career as a taking home tuitions first of all. Like students used to come to my place, and I used to teach them. I used to take tuitions like, and after that I take home tuitions also. Like went to take tuitions to their places. And right now, you all know that Corona pandemic is going on, so there are no students. I'm free at all, so I thought I'm having some problem in conversations. Like I don't have any problem in teaching, but I feel problem in whenever I communicate. I feel nervousness. I don't know why, but I always feel shyness. Not shyness, but nervousness. Like butterflies in the stomach. So that's why I joined this forum, and I think I will get something fruitful results. Thank you so much.
May I know your name?
Ruby Gupta. Ruby.
Hey Ruby, what did you like about your speech?
Sorry.
Just tell something positive about your speech that you have given today.
Uh, like I wanted to speak. I'm interested, but I'm feeling some. That's what I said. I'm feeling nervousness when I'm speaking. So I always thought that I would not be able to converse, or I would not be able to interrupt. What should I say? Means other person will not understand what I am saying. I always think this in my mind. So I get confused and nervous, and I don't able to talk. This is the problem. So that's why I joined
Uh,
this.
well,
Like you
kudos
all,
to you. Your speech was very clear and you were able to speak good.
Okay. Even I right now I'm feeling so much butterflies in my stomach and nervousness.
It happens. It's completely normal.
Okay.
It happened with me when I spoke the first time in front of people.
Okay. Generally, many times I keep my mouth shut because of this, because I don't have confidence. Like I always feel nobody will understand what I am saying. They will make fun of me. So I don't speak too much. I just only speak when I'm with my kids. I feel that is my comfortable zone actually. That's it.
Uh, Thank you for giving the speech. Now I'm taking the mic. Uh, Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Uh, Please raise the hand, guys, so I can give you the mic and camera. The option will be at the right side of the screen. Uh, there you go.
Hello. Hi. Am I
Hi,
audible?
Mohammed. Yes, you are. Uh, but the volume is on the lower side. Can you just check?
Just wait. Hello. How is it now?
It's fine now.
Okay.
Uh, Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. Hi and good morning, everyone. Hope it's morning here in Kabul, actually. Hope all is well and doing good. Thank you, Comunev, for resuming this activity after a fairly long time. So, I am Rizal from Afghanistan, currently living in Kabul, the capital. So, you may wonder how I'm attending this meeting from outside India. Those friends who were attending this meeting in Delhi may remember me well. I lived in Delhi for 4 years, and I'm still an enrolled student in one of the universities in Delhi, pursuing a degree in development economics. I left Delhi in the middle of March 2020 because of the uh, COVID-19 lockdown that our university asked us to leave the hostel and go back to our respected countries. For that reason, I'm back Kabul, and I'm so happy that we are convening again after a long break in a virtual platform. So today I plan to introduce a number of books that I have read during the COVID 19 lockdown. Then I decided to postpone it for another time. Today, uh, let me update you about Afghanistan and currently what's happening here. So, the country is going through its toughest time in the past 2 decades and is fighting in various fronts: COVID 19, uh, insecurity, peace deal with the Taliban, and poverty and unemployment. So uh, COVID-19, like any other countries, Afghanistan is badly hit by the coronavirus. Though official data show that the country has flattened the curve, and we are on lowering part of the curve, and also in the COVID-19 world ranking, we are I think 44, but the real thing on the ground shows something totally otherwise. I can safely say that Afghanistan has the highest number of infected people in the world, far higher than any country in the world. 60 to 80% of Afghanistan population has got infected with the virus, which is around 60 million, which is 1.26 crore people. What the government, report is just less than 1% of real occurrences in daily basis. I myself am a COVID survivor. I fell sick on 5th of June and got over of it on 25th of June. So the health system collapsed on its very early week when COVID-19 was diagnosed in Afghanistan. We have a shared border with Iran, which was the epicenter of the virus in the Middle East. 300,000 of Afghanistan immigrants who were working in Iran returned back and transformed the virus to the country. People have lost currently faith and trust in the government in terms of treatment. People generally get treated at home by taking medicines and do some, other home therapy. Despite the cases are high, so the fatality rate is lower than other countries, specifically, Europe and America. So further, so security situation is also getting worse and worse as every day passes. So Taliban and other insurgent elements that are fighting against Afghanistan government have expanded their territories and have reached to Kabul doors. Kabul used to be a safer place earlier because it's the capital. However, recently it has become very insecure. During the night, a lot of gunfires are being heard from the outskirt of the city. Sporadic fighting and explosion happens here every so often. So now fighting with COVID-19 is no more a priority for the Afghanistan government. The number of people, and soldiers are being killed as a result of insecurity is way higher than the COVID-19 cases on daily basis. I just checked the report. 30 Afghan forces get killed, let alone the civilians. So attention is now shifted from the COVID-19.
Reza, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we only have 5 minutes for the speech.
Oh, mine is over.
Yeah, so can you just sum this up quickly?
Yeah, yeah. So let me not talk about the peace deals. And so, having said all these things, so still people are breathing and struggling for a better life and hoping for a better future for themselves and the country. Thank you. Uh,
All right. What did you like about your speech? Share something positive.
see, I was not very prepared about, but still, so something that I wanted to tell, I think I could tell it to the audience.
Great. Guys, you can
Whether
give
I'm
him feedback
audible.
in the chat and he will check it out. Is there something else you want to say, Reza?
No, no, thank you. Thanks.
Thank you for attending, Reza.
Okay.
Guys, I suggest that you turn the video on so the attendees can be engaged.
Uh,
Yeah.
Hello, hi Akash.
Hey, Akshay.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, okay. It's been nice to see you here, and it's really appreciable to the whole team of your Comunev that how you are manage these sorts of event during this pandemic. So people really need
Thank
these
you.
sorts of to be in that virtual event, to be interact with the other person. Right now, like every person is under lockdown, so they need some sort of communication with the other human beings, not with the
Right.
non-living thing. So it's good to be in that. You guys are doing fantastic job by organizing these sorts of event. So so what can I say?
I'll I'll let you start.
Yeah, yeah, sure. So hello everyone. My name is Akshay Kumar Sharma, and I am from Jammu and Kashmir. Right now, living in Jammu, district Rajouri. So I hope everyone is doing fantastic and awesome during this lockdown. And today I will not going to I will not going to speak. I would not like to speak about this COVID-19, but few things that I think it's good to be shared with you, which is related to our day-to-day life. Like right now we are under lockdown and we are facing lots of problems, whether it's feeling nostalgic, stress and other things. How we are going to overcome these sorts of things, staying inside, doing work from home and other thing, doing under these sorts of restriction. So I would like to choose these four words, and these four words are going to help you as well as to me, to the other person a lot. So these four words are like the four interior empires of any person who would like to excel in his day-to-day life, whether he is in corporate or businessman or student or bureaucrat or in defense forces, whatever it is. So these four words are our health set, number one, our heart set, our soul sets, and the last one is our mindset. If we are able to control these four interior empires, then we will be able to excel in our day-to-day life. How? If we are if we are going to talk about the health set is really important to lead a life in a very successful manner. Because if we are healthy, if we are able to manage live a long life, live a long and a very healthy life, we will be able to deliver lots of things. We'll be able to excel in our day-to-day life, in our society, in our company, in our school, in our college, whatever be our or platform in which we are studying, in which we are working. So coming towards the second word, which is heart set. Nowadays we are talking about the health set, but nobody talks about the heart set, because heart set is the only thing that will be able to boost up our morale. If our heart set is not good, like we are feeling very bad about from our past behavior, from our past, like somehow we our past is very very drastic, uh, very bad, due to which we are suffering a lot. We are thinking about our past behavior, we're thinking about what happened to us, what how we are how our destiny was from past few months or from past few years. We are not able to be in that particular zone to excel. So we have to overcome this past pain, uh, by just being that tight bubble, tight focus, in which we are going to think about the only present, neither about the past nor about the future, because it is the present which is responsible for our future and not the past. And I would like to use the lines someone used this in a book, like past is not a place to live, it is a place to experience. So coming towards the third interior empire, which is our soul set. you know Whenever we are talking about the soul set, our soul is really really important, that lies at the very center of our body, due to which we are able to be in that particular divine spiritual zone. We have to perform some sorts of meditation, some sorts of solitude. We have to live in any solitude just for a few minutes or half an hour to be know more about ourselves. Because if we are able to understand who we are, then we are able to understand the feeling of other person. Just with this meditation, just be in that solitude, just be in our own zone. And the fourth interior empire is a very important thing, which is our mindset. Without that mindset, we are not able to achieve our goal, achieve our aim, whatever it is we want to do in our life, whether we are student or bureaucrat or any company, or any working in any company or in any business. We're able to perform very best of best if we are able to make that proper mindset. So these are the four interior empires that we have to be, furnished. We have to develop inside at the very center of our brain, and in between the right and the left hemisphere of the brain. So I would like to again repeat these four interior empires, which is health set, soul set, heart set, and the last one is or. I think you guys are not able to speak, but still, I want to remind you these last one is or health set, soul set, mindset, and heart set. So it's important. So thank you so much, Akash, and the whole team of this communal event for organizing such a beautiful Speakom virtual event. Thank you so much.
Uh, hey Akshay, what did you like about your speech? Tell
Hello.
something positive.
Yes, I like to be in that zone, to be interact with you guys, because I really want to, recall these things. It's not for the other person. I'm just reminding these words for myself because I have to remind those four interior parts to be in that zone because, somehow our morale is going, in that very declining phase. So I like the speech to share with these peoples as well as with my own soul. So that's why I like this.
Uh, Thank you so much for joining us.
Okay.
Guys, you can give him the feedback in the chat section and he will check it out.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Akshay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Guys, for those of you who are joined from mobile, you won't be able to raise your hand. I suggest you that you join through a laptop or desktop, or try using a desktop website in your mobile, see if that works. And we have Jyoti next. Uh, Jyoti, if it's possible, please turn on the camera. It's easier to engage.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay,
I
I
think
don't know where is the option of camera.
there will be option at the bottom.
No, there is only
Uh,
mic option. Yeah, should I start?
yes, you can start.
Okay. Hi everyone, this is Jyoti and I'm from Delhi. I'm pursuing in second year, doing masters in economics, and it's been 4 months that I didn't step out from my home. So I would like to share some lessons which I learned during this Corona time. Okay. First, I would like to talk about mental health, which I used to think that it's important, but there are so many people who think that it is not important. They used to focus more on physical health. But if we see that the people are getting to know that they are corona positive and they are doing suicide because they are not mentally fit, so they are taking this kind of step due to mental illness, or I would not say the mental illness, I would like to share they are not mentally strong. Okay, so first we all should work on our mental health, and second thing is that the domestic violence is increasing because we are not mentally strong people. Okay, so yeah, I will. So we should focus on mental health, and which we can do it via yoga and meditation. Okay. And the second lesson which I learned that you are not educated when you get the education, but you are educated when you use the education. Such as you are seeing that the people are wandering on the road after knowing that corona cases are increasing. Okay, so most of them are educated. Okay, but still they are doing this kind of behavior. I don't know. So that's why I'm saying that if you are not using that education, you are not educated. The next thing I would like to share that social media is a new weapon, because what I mean here is that you have seen so many cases that due to some WhatsApp messages, people has been come out on the road and you have seen the mob lynching cases, such as I don't remember where it was happened, but there was some sadhu or priest which was beaten by some people, okay, because of humor. Okay, but it is just not using
for this fight and for discouraging the people, but it is also using by the people to motivate others. Such as there are so many people who are motivating during this time by uploading different videos. Okay, and it is also important to, such as we are joining this meeting and we are just we are able to connect to each other because of this social media platform or due to this internet. So yeah, these are the three lessons which I learned during this Corona time. I mean, these are the top three lessons which I learned. I would like to repeat it. First, the mental health is important. Second one, the education which we should use in our daily life, and the social media which we should use for the good. You know, the people are facing a lot of problem at our home. Okay, so we should encourage them through the social media side, through the positive messages. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
What did you like about your speech? Share something positive, Jyoti.
Okay, but did I like? I like everything about my state. Actually, I don't. I like it. Actually, I'm an introvert. Okay, I'm really not. I mean, due to I have attended this session twice earlier also. Okay, I was not able to speak in front of people. After joining this event at the CP, I was able to speak in front of people with confidence, and this is my first virtual meeting. So I could speak. I'm happy in it.
You did great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
All right, guys, you can give feedback to her in the chat section and she will check it out. Uh, by Jyoti. So, guys, can you find the raise hand option at the right side of your screen? Let me know in the chat section. Samir is here. Before I give mic to Samir, guys, please keep the video on as it is important for your speech to uh, attendees get engaged and yeah, keep the camera on. Hey Samir,
Yeah, hi. Hi, Akash, how are you?
I'm good.
Am I
So
visible? Like my camera is on, but I'm not sure if I'm visible.
you are not visible.
Yeah, my camera is on.
Okay, must there must be a problem from. You're
What?
visible now. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, sure. So, hello everyone. My name is Samir Ansari, and I'm currently working as an RF engineer at VVDN Technologies. And apart from this, my family and I run a like ready-made garment shop at Malve Nagar. So, this is the first time I'm at this event, and I would like to tell you a story. And the title of this story is Connecting the Dots. So it's a story about a very famous person. I will tell the name of that person later. So let's start this story. So there was this boy who was about to be born to an unwed graduate student, and since she was unwed and was not ready to take the responsibility of that child, so she put him for adoption. Now it was very important for her that the child goes to college, so she wanted only parents to adopt him who are willing to send him to college. Now the people who promised them adopted them, and when that child went to college, he found college uninteresting because of two reasons. The first reason was that the college was so costly, and the savings of his parents were going to the college, all the savings. And the second, the class were uninteresting. So after 6 months, he dropped out of college and stayed in the college for another 18 months. And he was sleeping on the floor and doing other stuff to afford his expenses. Now during this time, he was not obliged to take the regular classes because he has dropped out, but he could take any class of his own choice. So he took some calligraphy classes, and during that time, he learned the calligraphy. Calligraphy is the art of writing beautiful handwriting. So he took those classes, and at that point of time he didn't have any idea what would be the practical applications of these classes, because see, calligraphy is the good art, but you can't earn money out of it. So after a point of 10 years, when he was designing a computer, that was a time all these things, all these calligraphy classes came back to him, and he applied those classes and put forward some beautiful fonts in his computer. And right now we can see that these beautiful fonts are everywhere in each and every computer, and these are a part of our lives. So this is one thing which I want to tell, that we can only connect dots when we are looking backward. We can't connect dots when we are looking forward, which means that, like, if something is happening right now with us, it could seem that it's very negative to us, but it could be the most positive thing in the future. So the guy which I'm talking about is Steve Jobs, and the computer which he was designing is Macintosh. So that was the first computer which he designed, and Windows copied it. And now we have Windows computer and Windows operating system, and Microsoft Office is also related to Windows. That's why we have those beautiful fonts in our computers. So, and so now we can understand that if we hadn't dropped out of college and attended those classes, we couldn't have got those fonts, beautiful fonts in our computers. And after, like, um, at the age of 30, after 10 years of starting that company, Apple, he was like thrown out of that company. And in that point of time, he that was the most creative period of his life, because he started two new companies. One is Next, and another one is Pixar. So Next is also a very good company at these days, and Pixar is one of the most good animation companies, which created the first animated movie of the world, which is Troy. So even those things were negative at that point of time, but later it proved to be positive. So we can see that if we connect the dots of our past, so we can really relate how we reached there and how we were able to um, get this thing done. So this is what I learned from Steve Jobs' commencement speech, and everyone can check this speech on. It's available on YouTube. You just need to type Steve Jobs commencement speech, and there are three stories. I shared just one with you. You can hear the rest of the two there. So thank you. That was it from my side.
What did you like about your speech, Samir? Share
First of
something
all,
positive.
I like that I attended this event, and second is I completed the story. That's what I liked, and the rest is up to you and the people who are listening to me. They can give me feedback, whatever they like, whatever they dislike.
Right, guys, you can give him feedback in the chat section, and he will check it out. Check it out. And thank you so much, Samir, for joining.
Thank you.
Anyone else want to speak? Please raise hand. If you have joined from your laptop or desktop, you will be able to see the option at the right side of your screen. Is there anyone who want to speak but is joined from mobile and that's why he's not able to raise hand? I'm waiting for your replies, guys. I'm repeating again, please raise hand. You will be able to see the option at the right side of the screen. Uh, all right. Can you let me know if you have joined from mobile or desktop? Okay, Shiva is joined from mobile, want to speak but cannot. Is there anyone else who has the same problem? Arun? Okay. Arun, can you raise hand? I mean, if you have joined from desktop, you will be able to see the option at the right side of the screen. Uh, if you guys don't want to speak, okay. So most of you are here from your mobile phone, with your mobile phone. Okay. I'm starting the networking session. I'm taking a break. You guys can talk to each other, and if there's someone who want to speak, we'll end the break. See you